Hey, I'm JD. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe, please hit like, and please share it with others. So just a quick update. I did find the watch I thought I lost. So this is my Casio G-Shock, made in Japan. It's solar, and it's got a round case back, which is very odd for a Casio. So you Casio collectors out there are going to have a look at it. Needs a little bit of a cleaning. I wear it all the time. So that's my Casio watch. I found it. I thought I'd lost it. I just had it stored away somewhere. So the other watch here, put this hand remover away here, or hand press. The other watch here is the Elgin I've been working on. This was the Frankenwatch. I put a nice little polish on it as well. It's not like polished mirrored, but it's mirrored enough for a watch of this age, and it looks really nice. It's a very old watch. It winds, it sets, it does everything now. And it seems to be keeping the time really well. I checked this. I did the time on it yesterday, and then I set the time last night before I went to bed, woke up in the morning, and it was right on the money. So it's doing a good job. So we'll have to get that returned soon. It's a very nice old watch. It's running very strong. Let me see if I can open the back here. There we go. Yeah, it's running nice and strong, and it's well set. So in this watch here, I had to replace 2 screws here and here because the heads were stripped right off. So I had to pick the screw shafts out. I had to, where this screw is here, I had to compress the hole because the hole itself was stripped. And then I had to find another screw for this one here. Then there was a click missing on the inside where the ratchet wheel was. And then below this here, the lower jewel for the balance staff was missing on this as well. So it was missing the lower jewel. What else? I think there was one more thing. Can't remember. Anyway, it had oh yeah, the biggest problem that was a challenge for me was it needed, one of the pallet fork jewels needed to be replaced. And I used the pallet fork warmer, this one here, to do the job. I wish I would have had a split warmer, but it didn't matter because I had to adjust both jewels. And I was able to use this to hold the pallet fork down and then warm in the middle, as opposed to right over here. This plate conducts the heat and moves the heat to where the shellac is, and I re-shellacked the pallet fork on this and set it up properly. It took a little bit of trial and error. I also used a depthing tool to understand how much the pallet fork jewel had to go out or in. It ended up having to go out a bit to get it correct. So it was quite the adventure, and now it's running really nicely. So I'll be shipping that off in the next couple of days to the gentleman who provided it to me. So I just make sure when you put these cases back on that you are threading it properly, otherwise you'll strip the threads. So be advised. Be advised. That's American for be advised. And I think Americans think we say a boot and stuff like that. We don't say a boot. We say about. And they say, well, about. Because the Americans say about. We say about, not a boot. But you can make fun of us. So today we'll be working on this watch. I'll be stripping this down for cleaning. This is a 23 jewel watch. I believe it's an Omega. It's a 23 jewel pocket watch. Pretty high end. Let me just show you what it looks like in the back here, because I'll be taking this apart and cleaning it. This is what it looks like. 23 jewel pocket watch. It's just a gorgeous pocket watch. It's adjusted to 5 positions. I believe it's an Omega. Grade CCCR. Now maybe that's Canadian something railroad, right? Don't know. Or maybe it's the band CCR. No. Creedence Clearwater Revival. But it is a beautiful old watch. And it needs only one part that I can see is that there is a screw missing right there. Right there. And it's got a jeweled barrel which is not very common unless it's a higher end watch. And because it's 23 jewels, that's one of the extra jewels, is a jeweled barrel. The jewels, the settings are raised gold. So if I just bring that in a bit, you'll see they're raised up. Usually raised gold was 9-karat gold because it was harder, and you could actually get gold setting. So the center wheel has a raised gold setting, and the other settings are inlaid into the plates. And it's got a very unique regulator. I'm going to have to look that one up, but it's a very unique looking regulator. It looks very North American, but I believe it's a Swiss-made Omega watch. So I'll be taking this apart next, and we'll be watching or washing this watch. So it's a very beautiful watch, though. So let me just put this together and let me show you the face on this. I'm actually not going to screw that in tight. And there's the face. And it says M.J. Roche, Cochrane, Ontario. So in this case, the jewelers would buy faces and have their name put on them. So that's probably the jewelry store it was bought from, unless this was a gift to somebody. But usually it's the jewelry store. So I could see if I can find M.J. Roche Jewelers in Cochrane, Ontario, and bring up a spec sheet on that. So I used Grok to give me some information, took a picture of the movement, and there you go. So Duber Ferrers, Swiss company known for producing watch movements and cases. So likely they shipped the movement to Canada and it was cased in Canada. And then the jeweler put his name on the face of the watch. So this was a pretty common practice back in the day. SA is basically Swiss. Société Anonyme type of corporation in Switzerland. They were associated with an American watch case company, later on with Hamilton. After mergers in the early 20th century, known for crafting movements and cases, often for American brands or private label sales. So this LG low grade, this is not a low grade watch. So I think it was wrong, and I think CSCR, I think it says CCCR, not CSCR. So you got to watch what Grok says, AI says. It may not be 100% accurate. There you go. So I got another picture to Grok, and now it sees the text as grade CCCR and adjusted to 5 positions, suggesting it's a high quality timepiece. Anyway, that's it for now. Let's strip this down. I'll make another video, but let's strip this down for cleaning.